students, I am Ishan Trivedi. Welcome you in the video lecture series. Today I am going to discuss about building bylaws and ODPS, that is Online Development Permission System. In today's session, I am going to cover compound wall, basement or cellar and minimum area of room as a building bylaws for residential area, and the separate theory of ODPS, that is Online Development Permission System. Let us start with compound wall. Compound wall are provided at the outer side of building and at plot boundaries. There are certain building bylaws that are applicable to compound wall. The maximum height of compound wall shall be 1.5 meter above the center line of the front street. Means I can construct 1.5 meter height of compound wall from the bottom reference of center line of front street. Except for permission, I can construct compound wall height up to 2.4 meter. In this height, the above 0.9 meter height is kept open type construction. That means I can construct masonry wall construction up to 1.5 meter height, and rest of the 0.9 meter is open type of construction of a design to be approved by the authority. That is nothing but a wire fencing. Furthermore, in case of corner plot, the height of boundary wall shall be restricted to 0.75 meter for the length of 10 meter on the front road and side as well of the intersection, and the balance height of 0.75 meter if the required in accordance with may be made up of open type construction and of design to be approved by the authority. So whenever the plot is located at the corner adjacent to crossroad, then I can take the boundary wall height up to 0.75 meter height up to the 10 meter width of that front or side of the intersection, because there may be chances of obstructions and one cannot visualize the vehicle who is approaching towards a cross junction. That's why that height is kept lower than the required dimension, and that is 0.75 meter. Furthermore, basement or cellar. The basement shall not be used for the residential purpose. The basement to be constructed within the prescribed setback and building lines and subjected to maximum on entrance floor may be put to only for the following uses: storage of household, strong rooms, bank cellars, air conditioning equipment and other machines, and for the parking places. If basement is part of a residential unit, then we cannot use it for a sleeping purpose. We have to use it as a storage of household things. Now understand the requirement of the basement. The height of the basement from the floor to the underside of a roof slab, or you can say ceiling, shall not be less than 2.4 meter. In residential unit, the floor height is kept 3 meter. That is from floor to the slab level. For basement or cellar, this height is up to 2.4 meter. Means from the basement bottom to the underneath or underside of a roof slab, that is we call a ceiling, and that is up to 2.4 meter. Then the minimum height of ceiling of any basement shall be 0.9 meter and maximum 1.2 meter above the average ground level. Means I have to keep the basement below the surrounding ground level, their approaches, and this ceiling height is just above to the surrounding ground level, and that is 0.9 minimum and maximum 1.2 meter. Then adequate arrangement shall be made such that the surface drainage does not enter at the basement. If you have seen, while you are approaching towards a basement, the height is kept a little bit up so that rainwater of the surrounding does not enter to the basement. If the basement is of open type, or the approach is of open type, then we have to provide certain provision so that whatever the water coming to the basement, it has to be properly drained. Then the walls and floor of the basement shall be watertight. There should not be any dampness or waterlogging in the basement or cellar. Then the access to the basement shall be separated from the main and alternative staircase providing the access and exit from the higher floor. In many of the residential unit, you have seen that all the basement are provided in such a way that their entry and exit are separate from the entry of residential unit, even by lift. Then internal access from basement to the upper story, it has to be separate as well, and separate access and lift has to be provided. Then open ramps shall be permitted if there are construction within the building line. See, no part of the basement is outward to the building line or projected beyond the building line. It has to be within the building line, and we have to taken care of certain bylaws while providing a basement. Next is minimum area of roofs. These are the bylaws which are applicable to the design of building and minimum standard dimension that we have to keep while designing the room. For habitable rooms, bedroom, living room, drawing room, dining room and study room, the minimum area kept 9.5 meter square. That means the dimension should be designed in a such a way that their multiplication is more than 9.5 meter square. For example, if I take a bedroom that is of 3 meter by 4 meter, then its multiplication is more than 9.5 meter, which is 12 meter square. For kitchen, it is 5 meter square. For kitchen cum dining area, the minimum area is 7.5 meter square and at least one side kept 2.1 meter. Here the width is determined, so width is kept 2.1 meter minimum. You can take more than 2.1 meter, but ultimately what we have to focus on that the total multiplication has to be 7.5 meter square. Then bathroom, the minimum area of that is 1.8 meter square and the width is 1.2 meter. At least one dimension has to be more than 1.2 meter. Then for water closet, it is 1.1 meter square and the width is 0.9 meter. For bathroom plus water closet means toilet, the area is 2.8 meter square and the width is 1.2 meter. For storeroom, the minimum area is kept 3 meter square. Now, the other building components such as staircase, it has a minimum width of 1 meter. For public building, it has been kept 1.2 to 1.5 meter. Minimum tread is kept 0.25 meter and maximum riser is up to 0.19 meter. Here the minimum is 0.15 meter. For landing area, it is kept 1 meter wide. So these are the minimum standard dimension of the roofs. Now, understand the theory of ODPS. These are the one of the latest system that has been adopted by Government of Gujarat, and that is Online Development Permission System. Government of Gujarat has taken the initiative in its communication to Municipal Commissioner and Chairman of Urban Development Authorities and issues the instruction that the development plans to the construction must be approved only through online portal system. This online portal system is governed by Town Planning and Valuation Department of Government of Gujarat. Our Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat has inaugurated this system on 7th of May 2018 at Mahatma Mandir at capital Gandhinagar. The service titled as ODPS will be available on IFP Gujarat Government website, and detail about the method of making application will be available on Town Planning Gujarat Government website. The decision on approval through ODPS will be conveyed to the applicant within 24 hours via email and SMS. The decision will be officiated through digital QR code without human intervention. This computerized system using GIS technology is being implemented in all the municipal corporation, municipalities and urban authorities of the state. Furthermore, let us have a introduction of Investor Facilitation Portal, which is also known as IFP. It is a single window online platform which acts as a first point of contact for any probable investor in the state of Gujarat. For lodging any file for the approvals, the developer or a person has to create a login ID. This login ID is available at IFP Gujarat Government Portal. Once the registration has been done, all the relevant documents are uploaded and within 24 hours, all the permission has been given if your all the documents are relevant to the proposal. These documents are in the form of AutoCAD files and you have to upload it. There are provision where you can upload multiple times so that if any update is found, all those queries can be resolved. This portal reduces the contact between the investor and officials of different departments to an nil, and thus it reducing the steps required in getting an approval. Before this portal, till now, what was done? We have to go for the concerned department for the approvals. So by this, you have to just upload the document and you will get the required approval if your all the documents are related to the proposed scheme. Furthermore, there are few features of this IFP portal. A comprehensive list of pre-establishment as well as a pre-operation approvals required for setting up a business. Under Know Your Approval section, an investor can view customized list of approval required for setting up a business in Gujarat state. You can see here, in Know Your Approvals, you will get a list of documents which are required for the approval of any project. Even MSME project and their details and their concerned documents for execution for a new business and their approvals, all these details are mentioned. Then a company or entrepreneur can create and add multiple projects under a single login ID. Then DigiLocker facilities to upload all the documents are given. Then there is a common application form for all the approvals. It can be anything, for example, fire, for environment clearance, for pollution clearance, for demolishing, for approval, for the construction, BU permission. It can be anything. One common application form is given in which you have to detail out everything. Then online facility for filling of all the required forms along with the integrated payment gateway facilities. Online availability of certificates and license to view as well as download. Furthermore, a dashboard to view all the applications and their status. A unique account for each investor for all communication across department via IFP. A robust grievance redressal mechanism developed to resolve the investor grievance. A helpline number to address all the investor inquiries. A helpline number is given to address all the investors' inquiries. So these are the features of IFP portal. Now understand the benefits of this ODPS system. Builder get or applicant get the permission within 24 hours and thus all those infrastructure project or housing project get approval within a short time and the further procedure is started. It minimizes the corruption as these are the computerized system, mechanically machine generated things, so there is no intervention of human and thus it creates the transparency of all the approvals. Developer need not require to get to the office of the developer officer. Anybody sitting in their homes or even in America get their plan passed online. As in this system, you have to upload the documents in terms of AutoCAD file and the required drawings are uploaded. So you can upload it anywhere from the world. Then there is no human interface and it is one of the transparent system, and at last due to that there is a faster growth in the infrastructure development. So this is the online development permission system. I am ending this session here. I hope you have learned the recent trend of this permission system and the building bylaws. Thanks for watching this video.